Stop everything. What I'm about to tell you will change everything. This isn't just another NFL rumor. This isn't some idle speculation. It's a seismic shift, an earthquake that could reshape the entire landscape of the league in 2026. I'm talking about a superstar, an elite player who's been quietly making waves behind the scenes, but is now at the center of a snapped-out-of-reality trade bombshell. This is not just a rumor. My sources, rock solid and verified, just confirmed something huge, something that could send shockwaves through Cleveland, through the league, and beyond. People are scrambling, phones ringing off the hook in the front offices of the NFL's biggest franchises. Confidential discussions are happening in shadowy back rooms, encrypted calls crossing continents, private jets in the dead of night heading with urgency toward undisclosed locations. This is the kind of deal that makes NFL insiders hold their breath and the league's most powerful execs sweat bullets. And I swear to you, what you're about to hear isn't just a story. It's the beginning of a narrative so intense, so explosive, that the very fabric of NFL power could be rewritten before the sun rises on February 1st, 2026. But here's the catch, the name of the player. Still hidden, reserved for the final shock. You're going to want to stay glued because what I'm about to lay out is a masterclass in elite football machinations. Until then, all you need to do is hit that subscribe button, smash that like, and activate that notification bell. Because the truth is, if you're not inside, you're just left behind. And trust me, this story, it's for the insiders, the ones who know the real deal. If you want in, if you want to be part of the legend, then buckle up, because what's coming is nothing short of historic. Now, let's set the stage for why this is happening, why Cleveland, a franchise hungry for resurgence, could be the epicenter of this legendary move. They've been searching, probing, digging into every possible avenue for months, and I mean months, trying to find the missing piece. It's not just a player, it's a cornerstone, a game changer. Cleveland's front office has been operating in the shadows, secret meetings in undisclosed locations, encrypted calls between GMs and special agents, private jets landing at night with documents sealed tighter than Fort Knox. Their eyes are fixated, laser-focused on one thing: dominance. They've watched rivals build dynasties, they've studied the best, and in their minds they've identified the one player who can tilt the entire balance of power. And then they found HIM. Yes, I said it. The whispers you've been hearing, the rumors you brushed off as nonsense, they're true. And the reason? Because this isn't just about immediate needs. This is about legacy. This is about rewriting history. The Cleveland Browns, once misunderstood, underestimated, are now on the brink of a transformation that will be talked about for generations. And the centerpiece of this revolution, Garrett Bolles. Now hold on tight, because I'm about to tell you exactly why they targeted him, why he's the missing link, and what makes him the ultimate upgrade for a franchise ready to explode onto the scene. And yes, ITSGARETTBOLLES, that's right, Garrett Bolles. The same left tackle who, until a few years ago, seemed just another solid NFL lineman. But in 2025, they say he's entered a new stratosphere. Elite, unstoppable, a linchpin in one of the league's most potent offenses. You might remember him from the Denver Broncos, drafted 20th overall in 2017, a player with raw talent but also a checkered past of injuries and inconsistencies. But then, something changed. In 2024, Bolles signed a massive 4-year, $82 million extension that runs through 2028, valued at an average of over $20 million a season, with guaranteed money hitting nearly $42 million. You don't get that kind of cash unless you're performing at a level that demands it, and in 2025, Bolles did just that, leading all NFL offensive tackles with a 90.7 pass-blocking grade, an absolute beast protecting his quarterback's blindside. Let's get into the specifics, because if a blockbuster trade is brewing, then the player in question isn't just good. He's a game-breaking, record-setting, category-dominating machine. Bolles stands 6'5", around 300 pounds of pure muscle, a top-tier athlete with a background that screams resilience. From his days at Snow College to his rise at Utah, where he earned first-team All-Pac-12 honors, Garrett has always been about grit, tenacity, and improving himself. And that's what makes him the perfect fit for Cleveland. This team needs stability, a veteran anchor on the offensive line, someone who can protect a young quarterback and set the tone for a new era. In 2020 started, all consecutive until his injury in 2022. Despite setbacks, he returned to form stronger than ever. His injury history. Yes, he's had some rough patches, including a fractured right leg and ankle issues, but his recovery curve has been exponential, and in 2024 and 2025 he's looked like a player reborn. And here's the kicker, his contract. The 4-year, $82 million extension not only makes him a cornerstone for Denver, but also a priceless commodity for Cleveland. The Browns, desperate for an offensive line upgrade, see Bolles as the final piece, someone who can instantly elevate their offense and give their franchise a new identity. Because in Cleveland, they're not just looking for a protector, they're after a leader, a franchise alterer, a player who commands respect in the trenches. And Garrett Bolles, with his proven track record and elite performance, is precisely that. But why now? Why all of a sudden? It's simple. The league is shifting, and the Browns know it. They've watched teams like the Chiefs, Eagles, and Bills dominate with explosive offenses built around stellar line play. Cleveland's front office, led by the genius GM Andrew Berry, has been quietly laying the groundwork for this seismic move. Behind the scenes, they're orchestrating a deal so bold, so audacious, that rival teams are already trying to block it, leak misinformation, and steal the thunder. This isn't just a transaction. It's a full-blown surgical strike on a team that's been stuck in mediocrity for too long. And as we speak, the NFL's most trusted insiders are whispering about the deal of the decade, one that involves not just a player, but a total recalibration of power, an overdue awakening for Cleveland, and possibly the dawn of a new NFL dynasty. Now, let's peel back the curtain even further and look into the behind-the-scenes drama, because this isn't just about what's happening on the field. It's about a war of wits, a chess match played in boardrooms and secret meetings. According to sources close to the league, the Cleveland front office, led by a mastermind GM, has been working in the shadows, plotting, negotiating, and making silent bids to secure Bolles before any other team can blink. They see him as a franchise cornerstone, someone who will not only protect their young QB, but also anchor the entire offensive scheme, making Cleveland's offense unstoppable. The league's top analysts are calling this a strategic coup, a move that will give Cleveland an immediate advantage in their division and beyond. There are reports of rival teams trying to get involved, offering future picks, promising high-profile players, even throwing in cash, and yet the Browns remain composed, ready to strike. The emotional reaction inside Cleveland's war room, words like historic, mind-blowing, and game-changer are being whispered with reverence. And it's not just talk. Insiders say that Cleveland is prepared to pay a premium beyond any previous deal for a player they believe is the missing piece to their championship puzzle. Add to that the insatiable appetite of Coach Todd Monken, fresh in his new role, but already with a vision so grand that he's pushing for instant impact. The players. They're buzzing, the locker room already talking about how Bolles would elevate their offense, transform their identity, and finally bring stability at a critical position. And hold on, there's more. Word is that the league is also monitoring clauses in Bolles' contract, performance bonuses, incentives for all-pro honors, and even in-season performance triggers that could see him earning even more if he continues his elite play in Cleveland. Imagine that, an already max contract player with an added layer of incentives designed to push him even further. This isn't just some routine trade. This is a power move, a statement, a declaration that Cleveland is no longer content with being a playoff also-ran. They want to be champions. They want to dominate, and Garrett Bolles, he's the key to unlocking that future, an indomitable force that will reshape the AFC and perhaps set the league on fire for years to come. So what's next? The next 48 hours will be critical. The league is holding its breath, negotiations are intensifying, and every insider worth their salt is watching with bated breath. This deal could happen at any moment, and when it does, it will rewrite NFL history forever. Are you ready for the truth? Are you ready to witness the beginning of something legendary? Because what I'm about to say next is the biggest story of 2026, and it centers around one word: Bolles. Garrett Bolles. The Titan who might soon wear a different jersey, carve a new legacy, and leave a mark so profound that no one will ever forget. But don't get comfortable yet, because this isn't just about the here and now. This is about a future where Cleveland rises, where the league's landscape shifts on a dime, and where Bolles becomes not just a symbol of resilience but an icon of domination. Stay tuned, because I guarantee you haven't heard the last of this story. Far from it. And if you thought this was big, hold onto your seat, because what I've got coming next will blow your mind. The name, the details, the proof, everything is about to come crashing down like an NFL quake that rewires the game itself. But for now, remember, the league is watching. Cleveland is plotting, Bolles is the key. And the biggest trade of 2026, it's just getting started.